Okay, so first thing we're going to discuss is where to cut the strip. So every 19 or so inches, you have this little triangle. It's a triangle because it's always going to show you which way power flows. So you always want your power cord to come on the big end of the triangle, and the little end is going to point towards where you would place your end cap at the end of the strip, for example. Okay, so next we're going to show you how to cut it. We just have a normal pair of scissors, something with a little bit more, like our titanium ones are really good. Basically, you just want to line up the scissors right in the middle of the triangle, not at the tip, not at the end, just right in the middle. Make your cut. You should see both halves of the triangle there. This is the end of the strip, this is the start of the strip. So power cord should always go here, end cap's always down at the end. Okay, so next we're going to install the power cord to the piece that we just cut. Inside the power cord bag, you will find there's going to be this guy here, which is just a little 2-prong system. You'll see that the prongs are more off to one side. There's going to be some plastic above. This should line up with the inside of your power cord. You can see that the barrels are more off to one side than the other. You don't want this to be flipped around like this. This is not correct. We'll send you a user manual so you can see what to do and what not to do. That'll also kind of reinforce some of this. So again, I have the tip of my triangle here we had just cut. There's 2 little cables down inside of here. These 2 little cables. The whole goal is to get these 2 prongs to line up with those 2 cables and insert. Sometimes what I like to do is get a little start so that they're in the cables. This is the most common place people go wrong. They put in the prongs a little sideways or not completely straight in. I like to take a pair of needle nose pliers and just grab on the back and help to depress that into the strip. You really want that all the way down into the strip as far as you can get it. You don't want to penetrate the back or anything to that nature. You just want to make sure that they seat really nice straight down into that cable. And then the next part, we're literally just going to take those 2 prongs, stick it down inside of our power cord here. And that's that. We're going to test this before we glue it. Do make sure that the end of your strip, if it is still exposed, like you haven't put the end cap on there, that's going to become a live end. So make sure you're not touching that or anything to that nature. And then we'll just simply plug this guy in to make sure she's working here. Got it.
There you go.
All right, so that power cord, we're just going to plug it in and test it out here. Again, I'm not touching the end. We just want to be real safe where you can put the end cap on without the glue. Now that we've seen it working, we're going to take this part back off. We're going to glue around it and then seal this end back on here.
Go.
Okay, so we're going to be sending you one of these cans of glue as well. So we'll show you exactly kind of how that's done. When you pull this out, you'll notice you have a lot of excess glue. You're just going to kind of wipe that away there as well. And then you haven't glued this on yet, so it should just pull off nicely and leave the prongs down in there. And what we're going to do is really try to lather the end of this with, there's no too little amount of glue here. You really want to get a little more liberal on there. And you got that. And we're just simply going to take our power cord and slide it back over the connection. You're probably going to have a little bit of drip. You really want to get a nice rim around there for how much glue you have. It should be coming out of there. You don't want to leave any air gaps because then water can get down inside the product. Once you have that glue, it's always good to give it one more test here real quick. So we just plug it in here one more time. We're still good there. Unplug it, and then we're basically going to do that same thing, but this time we're going to be attaching the end cap onto the side that doesn't have power flowing through. Just simply take some more glue, rub it around there, get our end cap. Bada bang, that's all there is to it. Let this dry out for 24 hours. We now have a completed piece, power cord, end cap. If you guys have any problems too, there is a small fuse opening right here where you can open up this cap. You'll see that there's a fuse live in there, and then there's a backup fuse that's not actually attached to anything. So if you guys need to, any kind of shorts or anything, you can always replace that fuse.